Hi students, let's talk about this upcoming assignment, which is the consumer product fitness. You will also be doing the same exact assignment with your nutrition instructor on a nutrition product. Ours is going to be a fitness product, which I already gave you the options to choose from 5 different options of consumer products. So let's take it one step at a time and see what you will be doing for this assignment. And just to understand why we are doing this assignment, for starters, let's look at the purpose of it. As I've been saying since the beginning of the semester, that this class is for you to have a set of scientific um, lenses to look around and evaluate the products and programs or any article that you read on the internet, um, and have a good idea about it. So this is also an assignment to critically evaluate an online fitness product advertisement. So you will be evaluating two things. You don't need subtitles, but if you have subtitles, I'm not deducting any points. But I might have crossed your subtitles for the first assignment you just did, but I didn't deduct any points. But just to have a cohesion in your paper, you don't need subtitles, but you will be analyzing the ad itself. When you click on one of the products that you're going to write your paper on, you will see an ad, and that's what you're going to be analyzing. And there are some questions in the instructions, and then you will be also analyzing the product and what their claims are when it comes to the use of the product. You need 3 scientific evidence-based research articles. We talked about it on our first assignment, what a research article is, how it's published after you perform or conduct a study, research study. So it serves as a scientific evidence. In other words, you like to use the word proof, okay? But we like to use the word evidence instead of a proof. Um, So it'll serve as a scientific justification or evidence to either support or not support the claims that the product is making through their advertisement. Okay, that's what you're going to be doing for this assignment. That is the sole purpose of this assignment. But you have to use, again, I repeat, you have to use 3 peer-reviewed research articles that you will find from the library or Google Scholar. What you need to do, step 1, read the instructions. When you click on the assignment on Canvas, the assignment will open up with all the instructions, written inside of it. Those instructions are also available in the assignment packet, that Word document that we gave you along with the syllabus in the beginning of the semester. Everything is there. Everything you need is there. Please read the instructions. But as a summary, you will need to write a paper about 3 to 4 pages long. Has to have an APA format. With regards to how you use in-text citations. And I provided the link to the web page, OWL Excelsior web page, for you to understand how you use in-text citations as a feedback on your first assignment. So if you click on the link, also that link is available within the Canvas instructions of the assignment. So please click on the link to figure out how you're going to use the in-text citations of those 3 articles that you're going to be referring to when you're writing your paper. Um, Again, the language you're going to use will be scientific or academic or scholarly, not personal. Don't use any I words, we words, you words. And I taught you, I believe, and most of you were able to use that kind of style in your first assignment, how to flip a sentence. So there are no vagueness to or any doubt that you are assuming on behalf of the researchers and using the subject as the first word of the sentence, and you just have to flip it and use the object as the first word of the sentence. You guys know that from your English classes. So instead of saying researchers found participants, you're going to say participants were found. And don't worry about what researchers did and what kind of researchers they are, he or she. Don't use any sex information. We don't know. Or author or authors. Many of you said author said, but in fact, there were like 7 or 8 authors of the first study that you wrote your paper on. So be careful. Don't refer to the writers, don't refer to the researchers, and don't talk on behalf of them. Just use fact-based, not too much judgment or opinion. Of course, you are critiquing this product, but again, your critique has to come from a reference, which will be those 3 peer-reviewed articles. As an additional resource, once you're done with those 3 peer-reviewed articles, you can go ahead and use some other valuable resource, such as Harvard's or Mayo Clinic's or Stanford Medical School's web pages. Yes, they are not research articles, but they are reliable sources of information, or CDC, or World Health Organization. Step 2, once you're done with your articles, of course, you already decided what product you're going to write about, and then you found your articles. Review the grading rubric. See how I'm going to be grading your paper, all the items, and check if you are addressing those items in your paper. So there are 50 points, and 25% will be related to the quality and use of references. Please do not list summarization of those 3 articles back to back. It doesn't make any sense unless you mention the product and link it to your product. So you're actually not, this paper is not summarizing articles, analyzing articles. That was the first assignment, and the second lit analysis assignment will be. But this one is basically utilizing your point of view or utilizing articles to convince the reader about the point of view you have about the product. So when you're saying, okay, this product is claiming such and such, but this study showed that such and such is not even possible in the physiology of a human body. So what they're claiming is not scientifically based claim. Okay, so that's how you're going to be writing about those 3 articles. You're not going to be writing about them. You're just going to be using them to support your idea. 10 points out of the 50 will be, again, writing, spelling, grammar. Please proofread before you submit your assignment about all the spelling errors, typos, or the sentence structure. This is a scientific paper, academic paper. Make sure your sentences are structured that way. You're not speaking, you're not using a speech language in your paper. 10 of the 50 points will be the ad critique. So you will be also critiquing the ad, and 5 points out of the 50 will just be the basic format. The references page in the back and the front page being the title, the name of the product, and all that. So if again the assignment is late per calendar day, 5 points will be deducted, which is a big deal, so don't be late. Step 3, surf the 2 supplement website ad options and pick one to analyze. Not the 2, but the 5. So I just put the number wrong, but I'm giving you 5. So please surf the 2, not the supplement, but the consumer product, fitness product options, and just pick one. Make this decision based on your interest. Maybe you are interested in a product that I listed for you, or your decision might be based on the claims to support or not support, based on the ingredients and the gimmicks. Step 4, list the various product claims to be supported, not supported later. Examples, they might be talking about burning fat, improving cardiovascular performance, or improving cardiovascular capacity, builds or strengthens muscles. You're going to get a six-pack if you use this product. So these are the claims that they're doing. To find your articles, you might want to list them, okay? And then find articles about the claims, because it's really rare that you will be able to find an article written on a specific product. That is almost impossible. So you just have to address the claims that the product is making for that product, okay? You can also list the product's features to find your articles, what kind of a technology it employs. For example, the belts, EMS, electronic muscle stimulation. So that's the technology that they're using in the product, so you can find articles relevant to EMS. That's just one example. You don't have to go with that. Or the science, quote unquote, because that's what they're going to use in their claims, that it uses to promise its claims. Note the ad's target audience, what you think the target audience is, or who the target audience is. Use of color or images, to catch a potential consumer's attention, lure them into their product. The cost of it, marketing, sales, and ad gimmicks, or the strategies that they use. And step 5, search for peer-reviewed clinical trial type studies that test the ingredient or product claims using the library. I gave you that video, remember? There's going to be a link here too. Google Scholar or PubMed. Keywords, well, are key. Use scientific terms. There's going to be 3 boxes, okay? In the first being the main search box, but then you can add more keywords to that search on the second and the third box on the library page, and you'll be able to find really good articles, and the library, our library, will tell you if it's a peer-reviewed article, which you need to find. Excuse me. Use the scientific terms, like I mentioned, the claims of the product, and try combination of the keywords. Good studies lead you to more good studies. Once you pull up the study that you really want, you'll see the citation information on the side, which takes you to other studies. So that's another way to look for articles. So this is the link that I'm talking about, and I will be putting up these slides on our Canvas page. So make sure you click on that and try to watch the video if you're not familiar with it. This video was taken shot for another class, but it's very valuable. It's shot by my department's kinesiology department library liaison, Adriana Poo. So you might want to listen to it if you're not clear about how to search for articles. Step 6. Narrow the research to 3 good studies published within the last 10 years. Again, the old studies will not be able to used as a resource or a reference because they're too old. They're not going to be justifying your point of view because they're not valid anymore, most of them. But some of them are very classical studies that can still be used for today's world, but you have to make sure about that. If you're going to use a study that is older than 10 years old, you need to contact me. Things to consider about the studies so that they're relevant or reliable or valid. How many subjects did they use? Are subjects and target audience similar? Okay, if you're looking at a study that was done on college kids and then the target audience is older population, then that study is not going to be a good resource or a reference for your paper. So the study was done on animals or humans. That's also another thing to consider. Self-report surveys or actual tests. We will talk about this in the Lit 2 analysis, the paper that you're going to choose for your Lit 2 analysis. I prefer actual tests or intervention studies than self-report surveys because self-report surveys are very subjective. So you might want to go with the actual test studies. What ingredient dosage was tested, or what kind of a training program was used in the study. Same as the product. Did they use a similar product? How strongly does it prove or disprove the claims, or support or not support the claims? Again, write the first draft. Make sure to consider the feedback received for the last assignment, which is the Lit number 1. Reread the assignment instructions and grading rubric to check against your paper once you're done with the first draft. Edit your draft. Have a trusted person proof your second draft. Edit second draft based on feedback and upload your paper to Canvas and Excel. That's about it. And I would I am wishing you good luck with your exam, which is going on right now as I am recording this video. Good luck with your exam and good luck with your paper. You can contact me if you have any more questions or post them on the Q&A forum. Thank you for listening.